Okay, enough. The most important thing to remember is we're all children. And we're all let's check the running joke. Let's check the
So even though I'm the last person to want a Chucky house, I was the first person to leak this.
next victim, please. Let's keep it moving. 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 Next victim, please. Starting to get really choked up. Let's add some Christmas spirit. Time to spread. Friends to the
The police are requesting an ambulance to detail man screaming for one. Inside the Irish Social Apartment number 19 Park Street, West Rock Street.
Call gather in this space for magic. We come to the movie canon to laugh, to cry, to care. We crave that indescribable feeling that streams over us as the intros start to roll in. And we go somewhere we've never been before, not just entertained, but somehow reborn. Together, dazzling images perfectly rendered on all of our screens. Sound that I can feel. Somehow, heartbreak feels good on a live stream like this. Our vibrant panelists and viewers represent the very best of us. United by our passion for cinema and art, our content is a testament to the power of community, crafted with precision and heart. Because here, they are. The Movie Canon. We make streaming better.
Hello, this is Michael
And Jessica?
of the Grim Life Collective, coming to you from Creep IE Con in the Inland Empire. We want to let you know you are watching the Movie Canon, and guess what? Every day is Halloween in our world. Am I right? Stay spooky out there, stay grim, and happy Halloween.
Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Movie Canon. I'm Giovanni, and this is the Met Report, a show about movies, entertainment, and television news, except it is possessed by horror talk today. And hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Let me know if the music is too loud or something is off. Go ahead and let me know, guys, because sometimes I can't tell. But going back to this new horror talk episode, I do have a couple of guests. We're going to call them the Spooky Canon Council. So we'll bring them in just a bit. For the popcorn bucket, the Alien Romulus Regal popcorn bucket, make sure that if you have not commented in the post on Instagram, make sure to do that so that I can add your name in there. Of the ones who have already done so, your name's already in there, so I'll do the giveaway at the end of the stream. And again, make sure that you have an address within the United States, because right now I'm not shipping out of the country, at least for now. Maybe we'll change that later on, but those are the rules right there. And I guess we'll do that a little later. There's some couple of topics here today. There's the monkey movie that's coming out next year. James Wan is going to direct a Universal Classic remake, so we'll talk about that for a little bit. And then of course we have the Alien Romulus non-spoiler review and discussion. We will most likely stay away from spoilers. Again, if there are some spoilers that we want to talk about, I will let you guys know, but that will be to the very, very end if that is decided. So no spoilers ultimately for this Alien Romulus review. So just so you are aware of that. But let's go ahead and bring my my spooky canon council, as I'm going to call them here today. This individual, he has been on my channel before, and let's go ahead and bring him in, Mr. James. Hey James, how you doing?
Hi Gio, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. You can hear me okay, right?
Yes, sir.
So I used your little the little clip from A Nightmare on Elm Street Chapter 4. Since if you guys don't know, James was in this movie, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, he's one of the kids that you saw in the clip with the ball, right? Throwing the ball.
Throwing the ball, yes, sir.
Yeah, so you're one of those kids, and we talked about James' experience when he was a child, and in another episode. So if you guys want to catch that, make sure to go to this channel and look that one up. So again, James, thanks so much for being on here. This is the third time that you're on Horror Talk, and it's always fun to have you on here.
Thank you, sir.
So let's go ahead and bring our next guests. This is the first time that they are on here on the YouTube channel, on the Movie Canon YouTube channel, and in Horror Talk. Let's go ahead and bring them in. They are Our Life in Horror, Brendan and Sam. Welcome to Horror Talk, guys.
Thank you so much for having us.
How you guys doing?
Good.
We're good.
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So I mean, I've seen you guys on social media. I have a fellow a collector friend who actually recommended you to me, and I was like, oh, they do some horror stuff, just kind of like what I do. I mean, I don't do it as often as you guys, because you guys post a lot of content, like feels like almost every day, but but it's all horror. Our Life in Horror. I do my horror stuff maybe once every quarter, maybe once a month, but I mean, I do like horror, I do like that kind of stuff, but my channel is involved with other stuff too. But in October, I'm going to be doing a lot of horror talk in October, but and I'm sure you guys will be doing even more so. But just very quickly, guys, what is that you guys do on your channel?
Take it away.
We primarily do a lot of lives. So we used to have a podcast, and now we've transitioned to YouTube, where we keep our same kind of podcast layout, but we do it for lives now. So we get to bring in a bunch of people from the community, get to have lots of one-on-one talks. We'll do the occasional interview if we are lucky enough to scavenge one up, essentially. We do movie reviews, some trailer reviews. We're still trying to get a footing on what we want our channel to be.
Yeah, we're doing some horror hangouts now where we're going to talk news and play some games and stuff. Just trying to keep it fun. All horror.
Yeah, all nothing but horror, 24/7.
Yeah.
If you can tell by our background.
Oh yeah. I see a lot. I have some of that stuff, like that Camp Crystal Lake sign that you have. I have that too.
I feel like so many people do. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
So, but again, I thank you guys for being on here. Like I said, appreciate your time here. So let's look at the live chat. Let's see what we have going on in there. So let's see here. We have Lucinda Mannery saying hi everyone. Hello there. Thanks so much for being on here. I don't think I've seen you in the live chat before, so welcome. Critic After Dark saying hey. Hello there.
Hey, what up, Bo?
Oh, they're coming from the Our Life in Horror, right?
He's one of ours.
Okay. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us here today. And then Michael Rivera, I know he's here for James as well. So happy Sunday. Everyone. Well, it's Saturday, but thank you there, Michael JR saying hi. I'm not sure if I've seen you in the live chat before, but welcome. No, it's Saturday, so Critic After Dark there. Yeah, there you go. The correction there. Mr. Kenny Lang dropping by. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello there, Mr. Kenny Lang. You're always in the live chat and always appreciate you being on here. Greatly appreciated. Badass Mills. I thought it was Monday too, says Badass Mills. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank God it's not.
Yeah, right. We're just starting our weekend. We don't want to go automatically jump into Monday, right?
Yeah.
But thanks so much for being here. Let's see. We have Anitz Erk92. Sorry if I mispronounced that, but just saying that they're a subscriber and follower, and a big Alien fan. Just saying. All right, so I may have to add you later on because I don't think you're on the list, I believe. Let's see, and subscriber and follower as well. So we'll do all that stuff closer to the end of the stream there when we do the actual giveaway. Then just saying hello there. Let's see, I don't have Instagram. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's either subscriber or follower. So if you did either, that's perfectly fine. Octavio Perez saying hello. Hello there, Octavio Perez. I haven't seen you in here either, so welcome. Then we have a Violet Purple Unicorn saying yo. Hello there. Same thing. First time I see you here. Welcome. Then you're saying hello there to to James and Michael there. Let's see. First time says listening to Manta Rays. Thanks very much there. Let's see. I work weekends. My days are off. And then we have Mr. Dan, the Bat fan, saying what's up, fellas. Hello there, Mr. Dan. Thank you so much for being in here in the live chat. Greatly appreciate it. All right, so let's get started with the first topic here now. Okay, so we have this the Monkey movie. So it's based on a short story of Stephen King. I mean, I didn't read this. I just like the way this whole I guess premise or the character or just the whole horror thing with this. I kind of like it. I don't know much too about it. I think there's like a teaser trailer for this movie, but it actually won't be come out until February of next year, of 2025. So I'm kind of interested in this, but I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen some of those Stephen King adaptations, whether it's the short stories or the bigger novels like It and stuff like that. But I'm going to throw it to one of you guys. Let's start with you guys, Our Life in Horror. What are your quick thoughts on this upcoming movie? If you have any, if you've read the story, if you're interested in this, and any thoughts on just Stephen King adaptations in the past?
I don't think either of us have read the story, right?
No.
No. I've tried reading Stephen King. I've really wanted to get into them, but they're a little slow for me. And I actually didn't even know what this was about. Haven't seen the teaser trailer, but I looked it up before we came on here, and the idea sounds pretty cool, I think.
What is the premise?
Something about whenever the monkey bangs his thing, someone in the guy's life dies, I think.
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
let me read the official premise. They might change it later on, because they're adapting things, right?
Yeah.
So let me just read this real quick here. Where did it go? Okay, so it says, after stumbling upon their father's vintage toy monkey in the attic, twin brothers Hal and Bill, which is played by Theo James, who was in that show, The White Lotus, the latest season, witness a string of horrifying deaths unfolding around them. In an attempt to leave the haunting behind, the brothers opt to discard the monkey and pursue separate paths over time. However, when the inexplicable deaths resurface, the brothers are compelled to reconcile and embark on a mission to permanently eliminate the cursed toy. Now, I kind of see like some similarities kind of to It, in a way, because it's kind of like they were younger and then something happens and then they try to get rid of it, and then they grow up later and then it kind of comes back. So I'm kind of seeing those similarities of It. But that's the premise. Like I said, we haven't seen a single trailer. I know James Wan is also producing this, even though it's not a Conjuring universe movie, which is kind of what I initially thought when I first saw the teaser trailer. But it's actually not. So even though James Wan is part of it, it's not part of the whole Conjuring universe or things like that. But Mr. James, what are your quick thoughts on this, if you have any, or just in general, just Stephen King stuff?
I mean, I love Stephen King. I mean, he's most famous to me is for It. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I don't like clowns. But both It movies, I do love both of them. But this story I've never read. I'm kind of curious, I'm kind of excited to see it. So I hope there's no trailer yet, right, to it?
There's just a very quick a teaser trailer. Like there's barely any footage. Like it's just like a quick shot of the lead, Theo James, for like a few seconds, and that's pretty much it. Then you see like the monkey for like a little bit, the toy monkey. But there's not much information. Yeah, it looks kind of creepy, right? Yeah. And then I've seen like you know how in the Conjuring, you know how they have those items that are haunted?
Yes.
And I kind of thought like maybe that would be connected to this, but then I saw, wait, no, that's from the Stephen King stuff. So it's like, no, that's not it. But let me see. Let me go into the live chat. If there's any ones that I missed there. Let's see. Critic After Dark says, I haven't seen Alien Romulus yet, so I appreciate the no spoilers review. So we most likely will stay away from that. But even if we decide to go into the spoilers, it will be into the very end after the giveaway. But it seems like we may not actually do the spoiler stuff. new subscriber and follower here. Hope you're having a great day so far. Thanks very much, Octavio. We appreciate that. It is a remake. Toy Monkey Shines from 1988.
Oh.
That's what I thought. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I don't even know what Monkey Shines is.
Yeah.
And then we have Lucinda saying, my grandpa had that wind-up monkey.
Oh.
And Mr. Dan, the Bat Fan, says, I think I will check this out in 2025. Sounds good enough for me. So yeah, I'll unless they come out with an actual full trailer and it looks completely trashy or complete trash, then I probably won't watch it. But most likely I will. But I did enjoy quite a few Stephen King adaptations, and I've read a couple of the books, but they're like super long.
Yeah, they are.
Those books. I finished one called one more recent Stephen King book called Under the Dome. I think that's what it's called. And then they made a TV series. It was like 1,200 pages, and I thought it was decent. I didn't actually watch the series, but yeah, he's really long books that he writes, and like all very detailed and very graphic and stuff like that. And then I was trying to read the It book, but I kept getting distracted, and I already seen the movie, but also really big, fat, long ass book too.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. So if you guys don't have any other thoughts on this, I'll move on to the next topic, which is still related to James Wan, right? So like I said, the monkey, it is produced by James Wan, and I believe other people, but this one he's actually also directing. So that is his next horror film, I believe, because I know he was doing the Aquaman movies. So I know a lot of his time was focused on those two movies. But we all know James Wan as The Conjuring, Insidious, and all those horror films. I think he even directed a Fast and the Furious movie at one point. But we learned this week that he is also directing another remake from the Universal classic monsters film, The Creature of the Black Lagoon. You know how they did The Invisible Man that came out in 2020 under Blumhouse. And this is also going to be under Blumhouse because the production company that James Wan is working with now is with Blumhouse, and I believe this is the first collaboration, if I'm not mistaken. But this film, I mean, it comes from the 1954 classic, right? So I don't know how many of you guys have actually seen this, the classic movie before, but I think a lot of us at least know about this creature, this character, or this monster, whatever you want to call it. But I was kind of interested in them remaking this because I know they made the Wolfman movie with Benicio del Toro like back in 2010, I think, which was not good. And then The Invisible Man actually was good. And I tried watching The Mummy with Tom Cruise, and I turned it off like halfway through. I don't know if you guys liked it or not, but I was not a fan of that. And then Universal was trying to do this whole classic monsters universe, but it kind of fell apart. And then there was talks about possibly Bride of Frankenstein reboot, and I think they are working on one, at least one iteration of it. But this is what we're getting fairly soon, I would think. But for you guys, our life in horror, what are your quick thoughts on this topic here?
I know Sam's never seen it. But
no, but you're a big fan.
I love Creature from the Black Lagoon. I watch it once a year.
You have the fossil hand behind us.
Yeah, I got a replica prop from the movie. I'm very scared for this movie. I personally don't think that James Wan is a correct choice for a project like this. Even though Lee Wan-el did a fantastic job with The Invisible Man, and he is also directing the new Wolfman iteration coming out.
Right.
I think Ryan Gosling is still attached to the project. I'm not 100%, but
I think he might have. I'm not entirely sure. I think he might have dropped out. I'm not entirely sure, but I heard about that too. Yeah.
Yeah. But that comes out in February, I think, of next year. I don't like the idea of James Wan tackling this project. I think if you're gonna do it's hard because Guillermo del Toro already did his take on it, and I still haven't even seen that. But he is a huge fan of this creature, and that I think would have been the right way to go with this. And honestly, I couldn't even think of somebody else that could take this on. besides Guillermo del Toro, because he's in such love with this monster and these old classic Gothic movies. I honestly don't know who else I would pick. James Wan is an interesting choice, but I feel like he's gonna miss the mark on it, unfortunately.
I'm kind of excited that he's doing it, only because I liked all the other horror movies that he's done in the past. The other projects that he's done, obviously he directed, like I said, one of the Fast and the Furious, but that he didn't really have that much input. It was more like, we need a director for a Fast and the Furious movie, and it's gonna be the same shit. But the horror movies that he's made, like I said, the Conjuring films, Insidious, I really do like them. So I am kind of curious, and I am interested in seeing this one. But like you mentioned, Brendan, about the Guillermo del Toro making The Shape of, what's called, The Shape of Water, right?
Shape of Water, yeah.
I want to say The Way of Water, like that Avatar movie, but The Shape of Water, and he kind of already did it, you know. But I mean, it's not technically a horror movie, but it's very similar. Even the creature looks about the same, so it's kind of like it's already there. And that one was very successful, won even Best Picture at the Oscars. So, but I don't know. I guess we'll see how this one goes. But James, I know we talked about this character briefly last time because we're doing the horror icon election that I do in October, and we're trying to eliminate certain characters. And I know we talked about this one. I don't even remember if he got cut or not. But what were your quick thoughts on this?
I mean, I've seen the original. The original was in the 50s, right?
Right. Yeah.
And I remember seeing that as a kid. I mean, it's such an iconic character. I'm kind of excited. So it is a green light for them to remake it. Is that what you guys?
Yeah. So they're working on it now. It's he's attached to direct, and it looks like it's happening.
I'm kind of excited to kind of see a different view, or maybe if they're going to make any changes to this iconic, character, his features. But I like the original one. But I'm kind of excited to see what they can do, and see what they can do with this remake. So,
Yeah, so I'm not totally sure when it's supposed to come out, but I guess this was something that, because like I said, I think the last horror movie that he's made was quite a few years ago, because like I said, it was focused on Aquaman, and that first one came out in 2018, and so that one alone was like what, 5-6 years ago. Yeah, so it's been a while.
He got to sneak in Malignant and Malignant.
Oh, that's right.
That's
right. He did do that. That one came out in what, 2021?
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that, and actually, I think I forgot about it because I didn't like it.
Oh,
I loved it. I think it was so ridiculous that it was such a blast.
I kind of
for people.
It was. I was borderline like hating it, actually, because I don't know, because I thought it was like, was it supposed to be campy or not? I couldn't really tell, especially the opening scene of that movie. Like, I liked the reveal. I thought that was cool, but ultimately I was like, no, this is not my movie. So yeah, I forgot about that though. I completely forgot about that movie.
It's just so cool because it was like a movie that had no right being so high budget and produced by like this huge movie studio, and then it was like huge theatrical release. People had no idea what it was going to be about, and then you get hit with that double person. It's almost like the Philosopher's Stone going on with Harry Potter and Voldemort there with the double guy in the head. I loved it. When that happened, because throughout the whole like first half of the movie, you think it's going to be a ghost story. Mm-hmm. And then he fucking just makes that wide swing, and it's like, it works for me. That's exactly how I was thinking.
Yeah, I think it was one of those years where it was coming out in theaters and on streaming at the same time. I think it was that one year when they were doing that for some reason, but it was like after the whole COVID stuff. But we have Mr. Kuso saying, "Hey all, hello there, Mr. Kuso. Thanks so much for dropping by. Always appreciate that you're on here in the live chat." Let's see. Any other thoughts on this story before we move on to? I guess we're getting to the review already.
I mean, if they could make like Creature from the Black Lagoon actually scary, I'd probably be in for it. I hope that they don't lean into the camp of bringing this 50s creature back. I think that'd probably be the way to take it. But I do hope that they use the sound cue from the original, which is used probably 80 times in the original movie. They just keep replaying the same sound cue over and over again. So if they throw that in there as an Easter egg, I'd be very happy with that.
Oh, I'm sure they'll implement it and somehow in there. Actually, I need to rewatch that movie. It's been a really long time since I've seen that. But let's see. Looks like we have another comment in there. I'm pretty excited for it. Says a critic after dark. So there you go. There. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the Alien Romulus review or non-spoiler review, guys. So no spoilers and discussion. So let's go ahead and start with that. Okay, so we have Alien Romulus, which is a sequel, prequel, however you want to see it, directed by FREDDY Alvarez, who directed the remake of Evil Dead and Don't Breathe. Both of those films I really, really enjoyed. I actually really did like the Evil Dead remake, actually, more than the original one.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
I just find it more satisfying, more entertaining, more gruesome, obviously too.
Yeah.
So I really, really liked it, and then when I learned that he was going to tackle another Alien film, I was pretty excited. And then also, because the whole Alien and Predator franchises, they weren't doing very well, both theatrically and just in general. Just people, they weren't delivering a lot of good films, and it looked like it might just die, right? So those characters are just not gonna happen anymore. And then Disney took over, buying out Fox, which are the studio that were making these films, and then they made Prey, that Hulu movie, which I really, really liked. It was like in my top 10, I think, of films that year, even though it wasn't actually a theatrical movie. But I really, really liked that. And then they said that they were going to make this. So I was kind of already like, okay, so it looks like they're doing some things right here. So even though I know the same people who made that Predator movie wasn't the same filmmakers that made that movie, but even so, we know that it's still part of the whole Disney umbrella. And okay, so I had some hope for this new Alien film. And like I said, it's set during the first Alien movie, 1979, and Aliens, the James Cameron directed film. It's between those two films. And I'm going to throw this to... Now, James, I know you have not seen this movie, and this is a non-spoiler review, but what are your quick thoughts on just the Alien franchise? Have you seen all of them, or which ones have you not seen? Things like that.
Yeah, I've seen all of them. I believe there was 8, right? Including the Alien versus Predators?
I'm not sure, actually. Yeah, I mean, it does sound right. I don't know, actually, the number. But yeah, so you get the Alien vs. Predator movie. I know there's 2 movies. Then there's the 4, so that's 6. The prequel, 7, 8. And I guess this might be the 9th one?
Yeah.
Maybe? Yeah.
So the prequel was The Covenant, right? That one I thought was pretty good. The Covenant?
Prometheus and Covenant.
Yes, that one I liked. And I actually did enjoy the Alien versus Predators. The 2 iconic, villains or Predators itself going, head to head. So I did enjoy those 2 as well.
Did you watch Prey, the movie that I mentioned earlier, the ones on Hulu?
I did watch a little bit of it. I didn't finish it, but I would like to go back and finish it because it actually looks pretty interesting. It looks pretty good. So kind of curious, finishing and kind of seeing a different perspective of this, this feature.
Which one would you say would be your favorite Alien movie? I mean, like I said, you haven't seen the new one, but just of the ones that you've seen.
You can't go wrong with the original, but I actually really did like the Covenant one.
Oh, okay, all right. So
Yeah.
the prequel, because
The prequel, yeah.
I really did like Prometheus. I know a lot of people
Prometheus
didn't.
is good, yeah.
I know a lot of people did not like that movie.
Yeah.
I liked it because it was a little different. They were doing like different different ideas. It was still under Ridley Scott, who directed the original Alien. So he was trying to do something different, talking about the origin of like humankind. So it was going to like a different direction, and I did find that interesting. So I did kind of enjoy that, but I know a lot of people did not like it.
Yeah.
But going back to this Alien Romulus movie, now I'm going to separate these in positives and negatives. So I'll do that there first. So let's start with the positives of this movie. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is a non-spoiler review, so there's no spoilers here, just so you're aware of that. Okay, so I put little notes right here. And okay, so when it comes to the filmmaker, Fede Alvarez, like I said, I liked his other work before. There's a very good balance and mixture of obviously the horror and sci-fi elements of this particular Alien movie, because there's the other Alien movies that weren't that too focused on the horror parts. It was more like a sci-fi action movie, and I believe that was actually the case in a lot of those movies. So this one has a little bit more of a combination of both, and I think it works well. The sets are aesthetically pleasing and good looking, and I also like the acting. My favorite character, I think I've heard this from other people too, that their favorite character is Andy. Without spoiling anything, but I do think he was a very good character and a well performance by the actor as well. So that's a positive thing there. There's something that happens in this film now, while it's still kind of like paying tributes to the overall franchise of Alien. They also decided to implement some new elements that we have not seen when it comes to Alien. And there's a particular sequence that they mention at the beginning of the movie, and then they use it later on in the film, that worked really, really well. And I was like, that is like super clever that they did it that way. At least I thought so. I thought it was really cool. So I don't really want to get into too many details as to what it is, because some people may consider it a spoiler, so I kind of want to stay away from it. But that would be some of the positives there. Let's see. And again, the action, even though it's more like a horror, there's definitely a lot of action in here. And I think that's it for now. But I'm going to throw it to you guys. Our life in horror. What are some of the positives, elements that you found, if any, in Alien Romulus?
You want to take it away, and then I'll go after?
Sure. So for me, I've only seen the first Alien movie, and I was not a fan of it. I'm not into space movies. I'm not into sci-fi. But I really, really loved Romulus. So I have a lot of positives. It's very action-packed, so a lot faster than the original.
Oh yeah.
I'm a big slasher fan, so I was like impressed by the special effects and the kills. Great characters, they're young adults and they have some drama mixed in there, which I always like. What else? Very visually well done. We saw it on IMAX, which was pretty awesome. What else? Just saw it. You want to go?
Sure. I think Fede Alvarez was definitely a great choice to direct this movie.
I don't think I would have seen it if it wasn't him, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think it's a shame that his last movie came out in 2015, 2014. Like, he has not done a lot.
Don't Breathe.
Yeah, Don't Breathe was his last movie, I think, as far as I know. So I'm wondering why that's an issue. But this was a great return for him, and I think that this movie, I've watched a lot of people's other reactions on it as well, and the biggest one that seems to be floating around that this is like the Alien fan film. Yeah, because he's clearly like, there's so many homages, but I don't think it's like it's other than one particular sequence. It doesn't bother me so much, but like the shots that are homages to other films and sequences that are not quite reused, but I think they're all fantastic. The practical effects in this movie, he knows how to get great practical effects. Whoever does his work, he must be bringing them on from Evil Dead, because
oh yeah,
the practical effects don't miss at all in this movie, and it's horrifying. A lot of the death sequences are fantastic and creative and new that you haven't seen. Trying to think of what else I like. The sound design is also great, because I was watching somebody and they said that they literally pulled sound bits from the original movie to make sure that the computers and stuff like that all sound alike, just so there's no discrepancies in the timeline, which I thought was a fantastic idea. I'm trying to think. It's just visually stunning as well. Any outer space shots were fantastic to listen to. And yeah, the actors are all great. I think I'd really like to watch this movie again sometime soon for a couple issues, but we'll get into that, I guess, when we hit the negatives.
Yeah. So yeah, you mentioned a couple things about the practical effects combining with the CGI and some of the kills. Like you mentioned about the kills, you didn't get into too many details, but yeah, the kills in this movie are things that maybe they didn't think of in other Alien franchise, because it's kind of related to, the information that we already know, right? Without getting into spoilers, but yeah, I like that he kind of used things that this is part of this world, this is the lore, and I'm gonna use this and make it a little different. Now, of course, there's a lot of components in this that is very similar to the original Alien movie. They use little parts of other films. I feel like they just grab this is from the first Alien, this is from Aliens, Alien 3, things like that. So they just grab little parts of it and still make it into this big new film. Then when we get to the negatives, some of it was a good thing and some of it was not a good thing. But any other thoughts on any positives on anyone, you guys, Our Life in Horror, or James, any other thoughts that you want to say regarding Alien, or your thoughts about maybe if you want to see this movie or things like that?
I actually saw the trailer just recently, and I actually was intrigued. Is the scene that was in the trailer? I was curious, what's next? And I would love to see this movie, so I'm kind of excited for it. So, but yeah, I mean, if you guys said that you didn't like the original Alien movie, and for you to say that you like the latest one, that says a lot. So, I mean, I'm kind of curious what's next, in this franchise. So,
yeah.
So I'm curious. I'm really excited to see it. So.
I'm gonna say this: Sam didn't like the original. I've seen them all, man. I love them. I think they're fantastic. Yes. I will say this too. There is one sequence in this movie, and I thought it's kind of in the trailer, but not really. You get it for a frame. Mm-hmm. And it is so fantastic. It is something that we've never seen in an Alien franchise before. I can't believe it's never been thought of. Maybe they just didn't have the technology to kind of pull it off back then. But it is so incredibly well done, tense. I don't want to describe it because the trailer does such a good job at keeping a lot of these things a secret. Mm-hmm. And that's a big plus on the marketing side. Good job for not going down the route of Blumhouse's trailers.
Yeah, because there was some things that we saw in the trailer that I know where that's gonna go. Oh, that's gonna happen to this person, and maybe some of it was true, but some of the stuff is well, actually no, that's not what actually happens. They definitely take a different route there. So I did like that. Let me see here. Critic After Dark says I'm pretty excited for it. Where'd you get that? Dropping by. Hello there, Mr. Cody. Where'd you get that? Thanks so much for dropping by as always. Michael Rivera says I'm excited about this remake. I'm hoping it's not too computer generated. Oh, I think you're talking about the Creature of the Black Lagoon. I miss the old school actual costumes and makeup. Let's see here. April Loves Cats Forever 90. Hey, hello everyone. How are you doing there? I watched all of them way too many times, says JR. And Badass Mill says there's 9. Yes, so we did count those. Then Mr. Yomo dropping by. Yo, what's up, everyone? Hello there, Mr. Yomo. Thank you so much for dropping by here, as always. Let's see here. Mr. Brick Artemis, what's up, everyone? Hello there, Mr. Brick. Again, thank you so much for dropping by here in the live chat. Let's see, having a great time. And then we have Brick saying, movie was great, but as an OG fan, the original was way better. CGI problems, is JR. Okay, yeah, well, let's get into that, shall we? Let's go into the negatives, the negative parts of this. And again, everyone, if you're just tuning in, non-spoilers for Alien Romulus, so no spoilers here. Okay, so let me go back here. Okay, so I do have like a list of like there are quite a few things in there, not as much as the positives, but okay, so there is a CGI component in this movie that was not good. It's been used before, and it kind of takes you out of it. I mean, at least at first it did. I guess I kind of got used to it, but that part, again, without going into spoilers, was not good. So that's a negative, and it's kind of hard to like say this without actually going into details. But yeah, I'll say that. The story is not, very thought provoking. It's a horror movie. I mean, some horror movies have a little bit more ideas than others. But this one, it wasn't like I said, a lot of people didn't like Prometheus. They didn't like Alien Covenant, but there were some ideas there that were interesting. So this didn't have this as much, or not really any of it, really. So I guess that would be a negative, but ultimately it wasn't going to like drag it down because I still enjoyed the movie. It's still the experience. Kind of like when I talked about Deadpool and Wolverine, with the experience of watching the movie, went over the negatives of the story, which was kind of like basic, general story, nothing groundbreaking or anything like that. So it'll be kind of like this. Let's see. I have actually the beginning of the film kind of dragged a bit for me. I don't know for you guys, but it kind of dragged a little bit, and I did have a little trouble. I don't know if it's me or if it's the sound mixing of the film itself, but I had trouble understanding or hearing some of the dialogue at the beginning of the movie. I'm not sure why, but like I said, I don't know if it's a theater thing or something. I don't know, but
I've heard that from multiple reviews. So you're not.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, you're not the only person having that issue, and I'm not sure if it's a sound mixing or if it's a theater issue. But we didn't have a problem with it.
I didn't notice that.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I did. I was like, wait, what did he say? And then I was like, and then I was hoping for like subtitles. I'm like, can I get some captions in here? but that was like at the beginning. Like later on, it was okay. Maybe because they were all running and screaming. Maybe that's why I didn't notice. But at the beginning, they were talking a lot, and I guess that would be kind of like a negative. As I mentioned earlier about the homage or the utilizing components of the previous Alien movies, some of them were cool. Some fan service. I think a lot of us like fan service. It's just a matter of how much is too much fan service. So there's definitely a lot of it here. Alien is now technically Disney, so one of the queens now of Disney is a xenomorph. So we got some things that Disney has been doing lately with not just Star Wars, but like other movies that they're starting to use quite often, and they haven't really perfected it. So I'll just say that. So just in general, just going back to those things, it was kind of a bit of a negative, but I'll throw it to you guys. What are some of the negatives, if you had any, for this movie?
Honestly, the only negative for me is probably the length. Like, there's some scenes that I thought maybe could be cut out to make it shorter. I'm not big on long movies in general, so that's okay. Could just be a me thing. But like by the end of it, I was like, okay, I feel like that could have ended maybe 10-15 minutes earlier, and that kind of, I don't know. that's probably the only thing. I actually enjoyed the beginning. I liked getting to know the characters, and I thought there was like some emotional aspects to it. And yeah, I liked the intro. It's hard to talk about without spoiling anything, so that's all I can really say.
I know.
Yeah, what about you?
How long's the movie?
It's 2 hours.
2 hours?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is kind of like a lot of movies are 2 hours these days, so like it's fine for most people. I think it's my attention span.
although a lot of like horror movies, I think in general, they're within like 90 and 100 minutes around there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one is it's 2 hours. I guess that's kind of standard, I guess. But
I think for a film, an alien film, if it's usually the films do run around that time until you get to it's like Alien 4 and the AVP movies. I think run pretty short too, right?
Yeah.
But for the majority of them, I believe most of them do run close to 2 hours.
Yeah.
I do like. I guess I can say like how this is kind of a semi-positive, but like how they shine a light on Weyland Yutani in the beginning of the film. That's when we kind of meet our main characters. I'm not going to give too much away, but I do like how they're not shown to be like this fantastical company that takes care of their people.
Oh yeah.
Which I thought was a nice something that was brought in new that we haven't seen quite before. Some of the negatives for the movie I have is one fan service near the end of the movie, which drove me up the wall. I didn't think it fit with the rest of the tone, and I just think it was used in the previous movie. Keep it there. Like it worked perfect in that movie. That's why it's so iconic. We don't need to shovel that shit into this new movie. Come up with a different punchline here. The CGI effect that you were talking about, I totally know what you're talking about without giving any spoilers. I understand it. I didn't mind it so much, but I can see how it's going to bug a lot of people, and it tends to. I actually loved seeing that aspect of the movie brought back. I think it could have been done differently, but I do like it. The third act of this movie is going to make or break it for a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of positive reactions to it. I haven't seen one negative one other than myself, so I guess that's on me. And it's not that I didn't like it. I have to go back and watch some of the other movies and see if I can get a greater appreciation for them. Because I really didn't like a couple of the movies, and maybe that's why I have this little bitter taste on my mouth that it was brought back. Because I was expecting this short, small, contained story, bringing it back to basics. Let's keep it really horror. We don't need to throw in all these other elements. Let's just keep it strictly xenomorphs, I guess.
Yeah, just xenomorphs.
Yeah, like I like that, and I missed that. Like, it's something that I think could have been done well. Like, I've been thinking about how they would do like a next one and try to keep us still wanting more, and how they would go about that. But maybe that's just it, is just bringing in new stuff. The swing they take is it's a big swing for this third act. And I don't know how I feel about the third act. The something happens, right? Yeah.
And the third act, that thing, I don't know how I feel about it yet. So
I know I need to go back and rewatch it. Like that's where I'm at with this. I still highly praise this movie, but that third act just really took me for a loop here. It's
really hard when we're not doing spoilers.
I know. I don't know how else to go about it, really, but
yeah. Let me go into the live chat then here real quick. So we have Harvey Starter saying, hello, everyone. Hello there, Harvey. Thanks so much for being here. Ryan Riley saying, what's up, folks? Hit that like. Yes, thanks so much, Ryan Riley, for dropping by. Greatly appreciate it. And yes, please, guys, hit the like button. I forget all the time to ask you guys, so please do so there. Greatly appreciate it. Brick Artemis says, I will say I think I liked it better than Aliens. Don't Kill Me.
Whoa.
Wow. And shots fired. Right there.
I know. I couldn't believe none of you guys brought up Aliens either. I'm like, did we just forget like the greatest Alien? Like just one of the greatest sequel movies?
Yeah. It is. I think it is my favorite Alien movie, Aliens.
Yeah.
I don't know, but maybe it's the James Cameron component. I don't know. But yes, and JR saying Alien, Aliens, Alien, Romulus. I'm guessing maybe that's the ranking. Harvey Starter says that does that make the alien queen a Disney princess? Yes, yeah, that's kind of what I was kind of like trying to mention earlier. But yeah, definitely, technically, yeah. Let's see, the fall of the 11th. I've not seen you in the live chat before, so welcome. I had fun with the movie. The only negative I really had problem with would be the constant repeating of that one guy being rude and abusive to Andy. I get his reasoning, but man, it got annoying. Right, so they kind of do get into details about that. Did you guys like the that dialogue we kept hearing, that line that he kept saying in the trailer about the fucking water? The fucking water.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually made when we did a trailer reaction for this, I made a huge point of bringing that up. And when we watched the movie, it didn't even faze me.
Yeah.
I didn't even blink twice.
Right. That's right. But every time I see the trailer, I always laugh. I always chuckle at that line.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of funny. And actually, I thought it was the other person who was delivering that line. I was wrong about the person, but yeah. So let's see. Brick Ottoman says, I think I just enjoy Alien as a horror film over an action film. And yeah, I mean, Aliens is definitely more like an action film. This definitely turns more into that. Again, maybe it has to do with the whole James Cameron component in there, because he's made all those action films and whatnot. But
for me, Aliens has like such a great cast of characters, like such a good ensemble.
It really does. And then that got Sigourney Weaver an Oscar nomination for this movie about aliens and xenomorphs. So yeah, that was pretty cool. The Fall of the 11th says, but I really like how the film integrated the okay, so we'll skip that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Spoiler.
Okay. Let's see. Hold on a second.
People in the chat, relax.
Okay, so I'll read this. Hope everyone is having a great Saturday. I haven't had a chance to check out the new movie yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing it this week. Let's see. Okay, now I'm reading comments ahead of time now. Okay, so the Fall of the 11th says, have you heard that Fede Alvarez said he wants to co-direct an R-rated Alien vs. Predator movie with Prey director Dan, I'm going to mispronounce this, Trachtenberg.
Yeah.
I did see a headline. I didn't actually read the article, but I did see a headline that it looks like he's interested in doing Alien vs. Predator, another one. But we'll see about that, because I think this one is actually, I believe it's doing pretty good financially already. Then we have a bit of a spoiler there. Oh, yeah, exactly. So there you go. Joshua Delgado dropping by. So new here. I'm a subscriber and a follower. Thank you so much, Joshua, for dropping by. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Badass Mill saying, I honestly like the whole film. I can see why some would not enjoy the concept of having younger characters, but I like the characters' approach to defeating xenomorphs and surviving. Yeah, so overall, I mean, I did like the film. Did you guys have any other negatives or any positives or anything else you want to add before we move on to something else?
No, just if Fede Alvarez does anything else, I'll be watching, considering he got me to like a space movie.
Oh yeah. So, and then
makes bangers, man.
Yeah.
And then you said you did watch Event Horizon?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
You didn't like it? Okay.
No.
Because I really liked that movie, actually. With
a lot of people do. It's just too sci-fi for me, I think.
Oh, okay. I know it has like some horror stuff in there, but
yeah.
But did you James, did you ever watch that movie Event Horizon?
I haven't seen it. No.
Do you know which one it is?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, sci-fi,
okay.
Right?
Yeah. It was like in the mid 90s, I think, like
97, I think, or something.
Oh yeah, somewhere around there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Anderson.
Yeah, that's with Lawrence Fishburne, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He is in it, right? And then what's his name? Sam
Neill.
Sam Neill. They go from Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think I've seen glimpses of it when it first came out, but I haven't watched the full movie as of yet. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. At least some of us think that's a lot of fun movie.
I'll have to take a look at that one. Yeah.
But we have Anit. I'm sorry, I really have trouble pronouncing the name. Anit Zerk 92. They should have included an OG trash bag Alien. It says there. That's a great movie. Scared me as a child. So yeah. So there you go there. Okay, so now what I do when it comes to we have the actually let me remove this. See it, stream it, or skip it. That's usually my system when it comes to like reviewing or rating a film. See it is obviously a movie that you would I would recommend you watch in the theater, right? It's a good solid movie that yes, I would say the experience watching it theatrically is worth it. Stream it is a movie that maybe it's an okay film, but it's better to just watch it in streaming. You don't have to go out of your way to go and see it in theater and pay money and make it a whole day out of it or a whole night out of it. And then skip it is kind of self-explanatory. Just skip it, stay away from it. It's not good. And again, this is all just my opinion, guys. So just so you know that. So in the world of a see it, stream it, or skip it, when it comes to Alien Romulus, sorry, I'm kind of stalling because I'm looking for the clip. In the see it, stream it, or skip it world, so Alien Romulus is going to be a see it. So I would definitely say to see it in the theater. It is still a lot of fun. It's a lot of good things, a lot of positives in it, right? So I definitely do recommend that. And then when it comes to the grade, I am going to give it a solid B. So for me, that's a good movie. It's not memorable per se. It's not perfect or outstanding or anything like that, but it's good, and I enjoyed it. I'm sure I'll watch it again. I don't know if I'll watch it in the theater again, but I'm sure I will eventually watch it again. So it was still a lot of fun there. Based on that system, guys, Sam and Brennan, what would you say Alien Romulus is? Is it a see it, stream it, or skip it for you?
I'm gonna say see it for sure. I think visually it's stunning, and just you need that big screen and good sound for this movie. And a grade coming from a girl that does not like space movies, it's an A for me. Like it would have an A plus if it was slightly shorter, like I said. But yeah, solid A.
Yeah, I definitely recommend seeing this in theater, and I highly recommend seeing it in the biggest theater you possibly can. Like IMAX was an amazing experience to watch this in. I think it's a great Alien movie. I really do. Even knowing I do have quite a few issues with the movie, this is like one of the best looking Aliens since probably like Alien or Aliens. It's fantastic to look at, but because of the third act and how much it threw me off, I'm actually gonna give it a B minus.
Oh, okay.
Which is what we gave. I gave it on our show, so I'm gonna stick to my guns here, and I want people to come at me in the comments and
okay.
I need to. I gotta understand why the third act was so good to some people. I get it, but
so there you go, guys. Come at Brendan. When you go on our life in horror.
Yeah, let's have some debates here. I love it.
Yeah, but it's only slightly lower than mine. Mine's solid B, but but yeah, thanks guys for that. So all three, they're still see it. So I would still recommend, still a recommendation for the movie. Badass Mill says, I honestly like the whole film. I can see why some would not enjoy the concept of having younger characters. Wait, did I read this already?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. Then it says Event Horizon was awesome. I'm not sure if I read that one yet or not, but JR says 100% see it. Then game over, says JR. So there you go. Okay, so looks like we're all good with the Alien Romulus. We enjoyed the movie overall. We recommended it. It's a see it. Grades are a little different, but overall see it. So James, with all that, are you planning on watching Alien Romulus? No pressure, but
Actually, yeah, I'm real excited. I'm gonna like you take your guys' advice. Watch it in IMAX. So I'm really excited to see it. I have a question for you guys. What would make it an A for the two of you guys?
Well, it's kind of hard because I would have to get into spoilers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard, but there was like some things that they were relying too much on the whole.
Gotcha.
There's a particular character that's in it.
And I enjoyed that aspect.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like it just kind of threw me off a little bit. So, like I said, it's just kind of hard to say without going into spoilers. But like I said, overall, it was good. It's just, and it's kind of hard for me to get into the A territory.
Okay.
When it comes to the grade, sometimes, I don't know. It's just that's just the way it is. I don't know, but yeah, that's just me though. That's just me though. But
Yeah.
do you have any other thoughts there, Brendan?
Personally, if that third act was just changed a little bit, it's all preference on like how you enjoy the previous installments of the movie, the series. Sorry, I think 2/3 of this movie is pretty close to perfect and exactly what I wanted until that third act. So maybe some tweaking, like maybe it's just on me and I got to go back and rewatch some stuff and see if my opinions have changed since their release.
Yeah.
Which very well could happen. But yeah, I there's no change in it now. So unless they come out with some cool Fede Alvarez ultimate fucking unrated edition where they really change stuff up and have like alternate cuts or something like that, maybe it could change to an A then.
Okay.
Yeah, especially since I don't, like I mentioned earlier, I don't know how I feel about that thing at the end of the movie. So since I don't know how I feel about it yet, I can't really say. Like that's why it's not an A. Like if it was an A level movie to me, I would know like as soon as I walked out of the theater, basically.
Yeah, exactly. It was almost the same thing with me walking out of Evil Dead Rise too. And I'm a huge Evil Dead fan, absolutely. But like when I walked out of Evil Dead Rise, I was like, that just didn't hit that mark for me. And I watched it a year later, and it still kind of hit the same thing with me. I enjoyed it a little bit more, but not so much. So
yeah, some movies are like that actually. Josh was saying sometimes I have to watch a movie more than once to become a fan of it.
Yeah.
There's that. I would agree with some movies as well for that too. All right, so I think we're ready for the game Survive Horror Trivia. The three of you will be playing individually, and after this game, shortly after this game, we'll get into the giveaway and stuff like that. So again, guys, if you haven't commented in the posts, in the Instagram posts, or even on the YouTube one, although I would rather you do it on Instagram at this point. If you haven't commented that you're either a subscriber or a follower to the Movie Canon, so that you can enter for the giveaway that I'm going to do at the very end for that Alien Romulus Regal popcorn bucket. Do you guys have Regal?
No, we don't. We're Canada, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. Yeah,
that's right. I didn't clarify that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we got Cineplex, Landmark.
We had Galaxy. Don't know if that's still around.
Yeah, I don't know if Galaxy Cinemas is still a thing. I think Cineplex bought them out.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, it's just small chains, like not even chains, just independent theaters.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we were talking about that actually on our last live, and we're like, the last popcorn bucket that we saw was a Garfield, and I've never seen a cool one.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that actually. So
it's literally just Garfield's head. It almost looks like a pumpkin, except it's Garfield.
Oh, okay.
So, we don't get any of the fun stuff.
Yeah. There's like so many. Like I was even gonna do a quick segment of the Alien Romulus popcorn buckets because they have so many from Regal, AMC, and Cinemark. So they have like all these different ones. But I have that one from Regal, so that one's going to be the giveaway, which I'll do closer to the end of the stream. So going back to here, the horror trivia game here. So James, Sam, and Brendan, they're going to play this game. And I sent you guys the rules, so I'm going to read them here real quick. So there are 3 numbers that you see right here, right? Each Spooky Canon Council member would choose or be assigned a number. The game is a simple horror trivia game. I go to each council member individually and ask them a horror trivia question. Only the player being asked a question can answer. You are given 10 seconds to answer. Now, if you win, you get 1 point. We move on to the next player, and we do the same thing there. Once all the players get the opportunity to answer a trivia question, that'll count as 1 completed round. The game can be up to 10 rounds, but the game can end as quickly as 7 rounds. This, of course, would only happen if all players win all the first 7 rounds. The numbers on the screen represent something, which I'll review in just a bit here. In order for you to win, you must earn at least 7 points. So therefore, win 7 rounds out of possible 10. If you do not, then you did not survive the horror trivia game. However, if a player earns enough points, they can choose to play the game up to the 10th round, even though the game hasn't actually ended, right? So if you have 7 points and we're still like at the 8th round, you can continue playing. You can still continue to earn points. But let me see here. If another player does not have enough points, they may choose how they would like to disperse those points to any player or players. You can also choose to sacrifice yourself and disperse the points to whoever needs it to survive. You would die a hero, right? And this option only applies to the players who have earned at least 7 points. So if you just never got close to 7 points, you can't do that. But let's say Sam gets 7 points right away, and we're at the 9th round, or actually we're at the 10th round. And let's say Brendan has 6 points, but Sam after the 10th round, she still only has 7 points. She can give the point to Sam so that he can survive, but then Sam will not survive, and then she will die, basically. But so that's how you can do the game there. If you want to give the points to James, or maybe James can give them to you guys, depending how you guys do with the trivia.
I'm terrible at trivia.
Yeah.
So when it comes to choosing the numbers, either you guys can volunteer or can just assign a number. So how do you guys want to do it?
Oh, okay. The numbers don't mean like points or something like that?
No. It just there's something. It represents something, which I'll show in a bit.
Oh.
Don't matter to me.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You
Yeah.
can
Okay, let's do it simple then. Okay. Since it's the way that the screen is shown, so James, you'll be number 1. Sam, you'll be number 2.
Okay.
And Brendan, you'll be number 3.
Okay.
Okay, so there you go. So I'll just put down the names here.
I was going to pick 3 anyways.
Okay.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Okay, so again, James is 1, Sam is 2, and Brendan is 3. All right, so here we go. So those are horror icons. So the horror icon that is going to kill you is the one that you got. So if you don't survive the horror trivia game, that's because whichever character you got to you.
Okay.
So if you earned the points enough and you escaped, then you escaped either a xenomorph or Leatherface or Michael Myers or whatever. Again, if you want to sacrifice yourself or you have enough points to save yourself and someone else, then you can. So then you'll be escaping Leatherface, Michael Myers, Xenomorph, or whatever. However it turns out to be. Okay. So those are the characters that are trying to get you. So that's how we'll do it like that. All right. So are you guys ready for round 1?
I think so.
Yep.
Okay. So we're gonna go in order. So 1, 2, and 3, right? So James will go first. We'll have 10 seconds to answer.
No pressure.
And then we'll go to Sam, and then we'll go to Brendan. Okay, so let's see. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually turn off the music because after the 10 seconds are up, you'll hear that.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Now let me get the little trivia question here. So James, this is for you, okay?
Okay.
So you have 10 seconds to answer the question. So we have, actually, let me get this coordinated here. You can hear me okay, right, James?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
So who directed the 1999 film Sleepy Hollow, which starred Johnny Depp and as Ichabod Crane?
Oh man, I haven't seen that movie. Oh. I don't know.
Okay, so there you go. All right. So unfortunately, James, you have 0 points so far.
Yeah.
But you can still. There's still time. There's still time. All right. So let's move on to the next one here. Now this is Sam. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Well, we'll see how this goes here. Sam, so teenage Charlie Brewster thinks his new next door neighbor is a vampire in this 1985 film that was later remade in 2011.
Is that Fright Night?
Yes, you got
it.
Atta girl.
All right, so there you go.
Like,
so you have 1 point. All right, here we go. This is for Brendan. So we're still in round one. We're about to finish round one. Okay, so here we go. The 1972 version of the Last House on the Left was the directorial debut for which director?
Wes Craven.
Yes. So you got it. So you guys have 1 point each. Okay, so that's round one. So we're done with round one. So let's move on to round two. We're going back to James. Okay, so here we go, James. This might be good for you, actually, right here, this question. What hangs above Tina's bed in A Nightmare on Elm Street?
What hangs on Tina's bed?
Right.
It's Freddy Krueger, right? No.
No, it's a crucifix.
Oh, I would not have gotten that either.
Which one was that one? That wasn't number 4, right?
No, it wasn't. It was the first one. The first one.
It was a crucifix. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Dang, I have a lot.
So here we go. So Sam.
Dead.
Yeah.
So there you go, Sam. You're next here. Which actress plays a psychotherapist who enters the mind of a comatose serial killer in the 2000 film The Cell?
Oh, I have no idea. I can't even guess that one.
Which actress?
Yes.
I'm gonna just.
It was Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, I've never seen that.
I seen that a long time ago. Yeah.
It's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it either. I knew J-Lo was in it, but is Ashley Judd in the second movie?
No, she's not. She's not in the second one. Actually, the first one's not too bad. Actually, I do remember seeing it. It wasn't bad.
While the next two guys go, you guys mind if I run to the bathroom quick?
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay, so there you go, Brendan. So you're next here. So we have. Let's see. Which original Friday the 13th film did Jason get his hockey mask?
It's Friday the 13th, Part 3.
Yes. So you got that.
Yeah.
All right. So we're moving on to round 3. Actually, let's look at the live chat real quick here. Yeah, Violet Purple Unicorn says Jennifer Lopez. Yeah, that was J-Lo. Vincent D'Onofrio's Mind. Yeah.
Oh, he plays the killer in that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no way. He's
Yeah.
such a fantastic actor.
Yeah, he is. Like that's probably I think that's the best part of the movie because I know it wasn't J-Lo, but it was him because it was pretty good.
It's very surreal looking too from the
Mhm.
trailer. It reminds me very much of Hannibal, the TV show, with its like murder set pieces and stuff.
Oh, okay,
They're
okay.
almost like dreamlike, but super beautiful and horrific to look at.
Oh, I actually haven't seen the series, but what you're describing, yeah, that's what we see kind of in the movie and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. Let's see here. Okay, so this is for Mr. James. So we're in round 3. So here we go, James. This 2001 remake that stars Matthew Lillard prompted film critic Roger Ebert to claim the movie was literally too painful to watch.
The 2000, you said 2001.
Yeah.
That wasn't the Scream, right?
No.
Ah.
Okay, so there you go. All right. So
just kill me now.
Just kill you.
I'm dead.
You want the xenomorph to kill you now? So you're kind of like falling behind. It's about to catch you right now. What?
Yep.
All right. So let's move on to Sam.
How'd they do? How'd you do?
What was the answer?
13.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't say that. 13 ghosts.
Did you get a point?
Yeah.
Oh, 13 ghosts.
Yep, 13 ghosts. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so here we go. This is for you, Sam.
Okay.
Stuntman Kane Hodder is best known for his portrayal as what character?
Jason Voorhees?
Oh, never mind. Yes, you got it.
Oh,
I was like, whoa. I guess there's Hatchet too, Victor Crowley.
I know that. I was thinking both, and I'm like, Jason's more known.
All right, so this is for Brendan. What movie is considered to be a sequel to the movie An American Werewolf in London?
An American Werewolf in Paris.
Yes. So you got that one too. So far you have 3 points. Yep. Sam, you have 2 points.
Okay.
And James, unfortunately, you have 0.
0.
So far. All right, there we go. Let's start with the next one. So we're in round 4. Round 4. The most that we can get to is 10, right?
Okay.
So round 4, Mr. James. So we have, what brand of doll did Charles Lee Ray possess in the Child's Play movies?
The good boy doll. Right?
I'll give it to you.
Yeah. The
Good guys. Good guys.
Good guys doll. There you go. Good guys doll. That's
Good
right.
guys. All right. So you were stumbling, but you sat up. You stood up real quick. So you got 1 point, James.
Good guy doll.
Okay, so here we go. So Sam, next question here. What horror film was Eli Roth's directorial debut?
Was it Cabin Fever?
Yes.
Good job.
Whew, the pressure. Sometimes I know the answer and I'm still
I don't know. Yeah.
I could do this instead because there's kind of a bit of silence going on. I could do this.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get more anxiety ridden.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna make me puke.
I'll do that because it's kind of quiet. I mean, that's how I've done it before with the other games that I do.
Oh
on here.
god,
No
I
pressure.
did take my headphones off.
No pressure.
All right, so that was Sam. Right? Okay, so Brendan goes next. Okay, here we go. So here we go, Mr. Brendan. Oh, what Wes Craven movie was inspired by the true story of a wild Scottish clan who murdered and cannibalized numerous people during the Middle Ages?
The Hills Have Eyes.
Yes, you got it. So
See, I don't know all that. Yeah.
that was fast. All right, so round 5. So we're almost halfway done here. So there you go, James. So we have, what is the name of Sigourney Weaver's character in Alien?
Ripley.
Yes, you got it. So James has 2 points.
Woo, go James.
So
It's
there you
coming to get me.
All right, here we go. Sam, you are next. So we have, a group of scientists band together to save the world from a hoard of fruit in what 1988 movie?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Is it Attack of the Killing Tomatoes?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't even seen that.
Yes, you got it. So
Seriously?
yes.
Nice.
Nice. That was a guess.
That's a
I've
good
never
job.
seen it.
That's an old one. Yeah.
Going to Brendan now. Here we go. What actor plays the character Jim Halsey in the 1986 road movie The Hitcher?
Oh shit! I don't know this. I know his face.
He's stumped.
Yeah, I don't know this one. I can't even. Yeah, I can't even come up with a guess. I know Sean Bean plays it in the remake.
Okay, so all right. 0 points this time.
What was the answer?
Yeah.
C. Thomas Howell.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Nope.
C. Thomas Howell.
All right, so let's go to Mr. James. Round 6. Remember, this is out of 10. Round 6. Here we go. What 2016 M. Night Shyamalan film is about a kidnapper with 23 different personalities who's about to unleash the 24th?
Is it The Hitchhiker or? No, I don't know.
Is that your answer?
Yes. Ah,
It's Split.
I've never seen that one.
Oh, it's very good.
Is
It is.
Oh,
It is.
Okay.
It definitely is.
Apparently, I gotta watch more movies, huh?
Right.
I only had 2 points. I don't.
All right, so we're in round 6. So Sam is next. So here we go. Let's see. The film written by Quentin Tarantino about a gang of vampires in a bar was also made into a TV series.
Oh yeah.
I don't know this.
All right, so 0 points for Sam. From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh.
I showed it to you.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That was a good movie, though. Yeah.
Critic Art After Dark says, "Come on, James." Okay.
Trivia.
Let's see. Okay, so we are. Oh, Brendan. So round 6, Brendan. All right, here we go. Okay, so what director of The Omen went on to direct the 1978 film Superman?
Fuck. I don't think I know this either off the top of my noodle. I'm not too familiar with the Omen movies.
What was that?
I'm not too familiar with the Omen movies.
Oh, okay. Actually, I'm not either. I tried watching the one that came out this year, and I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah, we haven't even seen
we
it.
haven't seen it yet.
Okay, so yeah, but let's
Who is the director?
Richard Donner.
Richard Donner.
Richard Donner, yeah.
Fuck.
So far we have James with 2 points. Sam has 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Brendan has 1, 2, 3, 4 points. It's 4 points. There you go. All right. So we're in round 7. So here we go, James. Tony Todd is known for playing what character in the horror trilogy?
The Candyman.
Yes, you got it.
Yeah.
Trying to think of that. I was like, wait a minute, Candyman. Yeah.
There you go.
I haven't seen the remake. I've seen the original ones. The original one was good. I haven't seen the remake though. I don't know if you guys seen
So
that.
good.
Is it good?
I loved it.
I really
yeah.
enjoyed it.
That's
Yeah,
funny, yeah.
it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. There were some things in it that were kind of cool. That were kind of like different than the
Okay.
other ones. Let's see here. Michael Rivera just celebrating your point there.
Finally,
All right. So Sam, it is now Sam's turn. Okay, so let's begin here. Okay, so here we go. The serial killer in Scream wears a mask inspired by which Edward Munch painting?
Oh God. I don't know this. I don't know.
Okay, so The Scream.
The Scream? That's what it's called?
Yeah.
It's too easy.
I thought it was The Screaming Man for some reason.
I was going to say that, and then I'm like, no, I don't think that's it. Should have just said it just for fun, though. Damn.
Yeah.
All right, next one is for Brendan. Here we go. We have, what snack is Tallahassee searching for in Zombieland?
Twinkies.
Yeah, got it. So that's a point for Brandon. Okay, moving on to round 8. Remember, it's out of 10.
Okay.
Okay, so out of 10. So here we go. James. We have, what 2002 movie sequel directed by Guillermo del Toro featured Wesley Snipes as a half-man, half-vampire daywalker?
Blade.
Blade.
Oh, oh crap. Yeah, we'll go with Blade.
Okay. I'll give it to you. Blade 2, to be
Blade
specific.
2.
Blade 2, okay.
I haven't seen those.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The first two, I really like the first two. The third one kind of, yeah.
Yeah, the third one's different. The drama behind the third one is more entertaining than the movie itself.
Oh, wow. Yeah, kind of actually.
Yeah.
I like the first two. I like the first one. So that's why I was like Blade. But okay.
Yeah, you got it though. You got it.
Okay.
So you have 4 points now, James. So let's go to Sam. So here we go, Sam. What was Leatherface's weapon of choice?
Chainsaw.
Yeah, that was easy.
He's my favorite.
And he's also your killer.
After me.
That was not even planned at all, but so there you go. Okay, now it's Brendan's turn. So we have, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Name the movie.
The Shining.
Yeah, that was easy enough. All right, so the score right now: James has 1, 2, 3, 4. Sam has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brendan has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're in round 9.
Okay.
Only 2 left. Okay, here we go. This is for James. So round 9, we have, which franchise has the most sequels, Saw or Children of the Corn?
Saw. No?
It's Children of the Corn.
Is it?
Yes. It doesn't say how many, but it's Children of the Corn. So there you go. Okay, so now it's Sam's turn. So here we go. Jack Nicholson stars as a werewolf in what 1994 movie?
Oh God, I haven't seen it, so. What is it?
Wolf.
Wolf. Nope, haven't seen it. I haven't seen a lot of werewolf movies.
Christian Slater and Michelle. Is it Christian Slater? No. Michelle Pfeiffer's in it, though.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it's been a while since I've seen that movie. So, oh, Brendan, it is your turn now. So this is your question. What 1982 film directed by Wes Craven centers around a scientist who is transformed into a plant-based monstrous creature?
Is that Swamp Thing?
Yes.
Good job.
I've never seen it.
Oh.
I never seen it either.
That's a good guess. Yeah, I've seen it once. It's really good.
Yeah, it's early 80s, right? Early 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah, early 80s. The score. So we're about to enter the last round. Okay, so we're going to find out who's going to live and who's not. So let's see,
guys.
So James has a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 points.
Bon voyage.
He needs 7 to survive the xenomorph. Sam has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she needs 1 to survive Leatherface, or to escape Leatherface. And Brendan has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he could survive. He can escape Michael Myers. It's just a matter of what happens at the end of the game, if he needs to do something or not. But so far, it looks like he's getting out of here free.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty comfy.
Whatever.
All right, so here we go. This is for James. Last round, round 10. Here we go. In what movie do the survivors use Petri dishes with blood samples and a heated wire to determine which one of them is the best of an extraterrestrial creature?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
All right. So The Thing.
Oh,
So that was The Thing. Okay,
that was like in the 70s or late 70s, 80s movie.
That was like 1980, I think.
Yeah. Okay. With
Kurt,
what's his
I think it was
name?
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So let's move on to Sam. This is going to be the last question for Sam. So we have an investigator ends up on a Scottish island where the inhabitants have an unhealthy obsession with sexuality in this 1973 film.
Oh my god, I have no idea. Hey, I got nothing. What was it?
The Wicker Man.
Oh, I've never seen that.
I've never seen that either.
Kind of want to.
There's a remake with Nicolas Cage as well.
Oh yeah,
thousands where he punches the person in a bear suit.
Yeah, that's the one that I've seen, the Nicolas Cage one. I didn't watch the original.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either.
Let's see. The Thing is a great movie, says JR. And yes, I would agree that I really do like that movie, actually. James deserves his Xenomorph ending. Says
Yeah. Low blow. Dang.
All right. So next one and the last question of the game is for Brendan, and his question is: machines come to life and become homicidal after a comet causes a radiation storm in this 1986 film starring Emilio Estevez.
Is it Maximum Overdrive?
Yes. So that's 1 point for Brendan. Okay, so let's look at the final score. James has 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 points for James. Sam has 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Brendan has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So Brendan, you have more than enough to survive. Well, not more than enough, but you have an additional point. So what will you be doing with that extra point?
Well, I'm sorry, James, but I can't just sacrifice myself to Michael Myers. But I will, like, unless you want to be murdered by your idol.
Right? By Leatherface.
Because it just so happens to be your favorite character. Like, if you'd feel like it'd be an honor to be murdered by him.
So you're going to give me, like, you're offering a point, basically?
I was debating on it.
I'd take a point.
All right. I better give you a point, because
rather not get killed with a chainsaw.
It'll be an awkward dinner later if I don't give you the point.
He's gonna put me on a meat hook.
Exactly. That would be a brutal kill right there.
Oh my god.
So yes, I will give Sam an extra point to let her survive.
Okay, all right. So Brendan gives up 1 point, which he still can survive. So he survived and escaped Michael Myers. And now through Brendan's help, Sam is also able to escape and survive Leatherface. And unfortunately, James, you are going to be killed pretty brutally by a xenomorph. So that's perfect for the weekend that we've having. So with the alien Romulus. So yeah, the one with the xenomorph did not survive. But thank you for playing, guys. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, so I just wanted to do like a little horror trivia game. Wanted to change it a little bit, you know.
Yeah, it's fun.
But let's see. So I have let me go back to the music, and I was like, it's too quiet now. So let's go down over here. Okay, so let's go back to the live chat. I saw quite a few in there. Okay, so we have Ryan Riley says that the remake of The Thing was really good. Also, I think I did see it. I believe.
I actually don't mind it.
I don't remember if I liked it or not, though. I don't know if that's a good sign, though. If I don't remember, if I did see it. JR says I was so scared of Maximum Overdrive as a kid. I actually haven't seen that movie. Isn't that a Stephen King?
It's Stephen King directed it.
Oh, that's right. He directed
wrote it, and he was like high on cocaine throughout the entire process.
Oh, okay. That's okay. I think I remember hearing that story. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen it either, but I'm very curious about watching it.
Yeah. Maybe I'll check this out during this Halloween season. Mr. 1 Adam 12 dropping by. Hey, Gio, just wanted to say hello. Can't stay long or I will get scared. Okay. All right. So, well, thank you so much for dropping by as long as you did there, Mr. Adam 12. And of course, we'll see you tomorrow in my other show or live stream, Figure Stock. Mr. Kuso saying, I just remember the Green Goblin on the truck. Yeah. We're talking about Maximum Overdrive?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was like, wait, Green Goblin? You mean Spider-Man? Spider-Man villain? Okay, so let's see here. So I think we're going to go into the giveaway, I believe. Let me just double check that is the case. Oh, actually, before we do that, so every year since I think it started in 2020, I do a horror icon election, or that's what I call it, but it's really like a poll. I started on October 1st, and I do a poll on my Instagram. I post up a story. I put 2 horror icons against each other, and you guys vote which one is the scariest of those 2. And then we eliminate them, throughout the month. I believe there's like 32 characters that I use. And then I just throw them out every day in October until we get to the end of the month. And then we narrow it down to a horror icon winner. So that's up to you guys who are following my Instagram page. I do that the whole month of October. This is the 5th annual horror icon election starting October 1st. The first year and the second year was won by Freddy Krueger. The third year in 2022, or one of those years, it was Pennywise. And last year, you guys voted Freddy again to come back as the horror icon. So Freddy's been winning almost every time. So this year, maybe it's different. Who knows? Maybe someone else will win the horror icon, and I'm planning on doing some horror talk live streams talking about the results. Why certain people decided to vote for this horror icon and why not, and things like that. So I'll be doing that in October. So I just want to bring that up since we're doing this horror talk, which I don't do that often, but I will be doing a lot more in October. So that's the little promotion there. Okay, so now let's get into the giveaway. So guys, I just want to make sure. So who is just putting their name on here in the live chat for the first time? I believe there's a couple of you guys who did. So go ahead and remind me there. And while we do that, because I kind of have to set up the little page regarding how to select the winner and stuff like that, I'll go to you guys, Sam and Brendan, and just very quickly what would you say is your favorite horror film? While we do all that stuff.
You want to go first, or?
Sure, I can do that. I like to kind of break it down into two categories with my horror film because I have different horror films that I would consider my favorites. Like the one that's like the best horror movie of all time, in my personal opinion, is The Exorcist. I think it still holds up. I think the acting's incredible. The effects are great. Like everything about that movie still holds up very well. I watched it. I gave it a rewatch after Exorcist Believer of last year, and I was still just memorized by everything about it. Now, as a personal favorite, as in a movie that's not particularly great or looked well upon from other people, is Army of Darkness.
Oh, okay.
I love Army of Darkness. I grew up with that movie. Everybody, like I've had it VHS, DVD, 4K. Like I have so many different versions of it. I think Bruce Campbell is amazing in that movie. It's directed by Sam Raimi. You get all these different effects that were used over the years with the I can't remember what his last name is, but like the stop motion effects and the matte paintings and like the miniatures, everything's incredibly beautiful to look at. But those two are my number ones. I like to cheat a little because it's so hard. Like Army of Darkness is my whole childhood. I have it like a nice poster up there of it. Like it's my Evil Dead is great, but The Exorcist is still like the best horror movie of all time.
I don't think I've seen it. To be honest with you,
The Exorcist?
No.
Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness.
Army of Dark. Oh, dude, you gotta see it. It's it's so good.
Yeah, I meant to watch it not that long ago too. It was like maybe a couple years ago, and of course it was during like Halloween season. And for whatever reason, I just didn't. Maybe I got distracted with something else, or just changed my mind in the last minute. I don't know, but I haven't seen that. But of course, Exorcist is my favorite one. But go ahead.
The one-liners in Army of Darkness are so great, epic. Like I love it so much. But I go on and on about it. If you decide to do it this Halloween, please invite me on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure. It's because I've seen obviously the first two, and that one I just because you know how the second one ends and it kind of starts with that, and then I'm guessing when it comes to that one, we'll get into more details of it. But When Adam 12 says Exorcist is the GOATs, and I would agree with that. That is my favorite horror film of all time for sure. How about you, Sam?
Mine is Friday the 13th, 2009. That's a comfort movie for me. I'm a big slasher fan. This movie just puts me in such a good mood. I love the soundtrack. You know, it's got some good kills. It's got lots of boobies. It's so much fun. And I also really like that's like my ultimate favorite, but I also like Texas Chainsaw 2003 and The Beginning. I'm a big Leatherface fan. I love Evil Dead 2013. I'm a remake whore.
Yeah.
Okay. I met Leatherface from the 2003 remake.
Yeah.
And I met Jason from the Freddy vs. Jason. I forgot the actor's name.
Oh, we met him too.
Yeah, you saw him at a con. I've seen both of them in a con.
Yeah.
And I was trying to meet Freddy once last year, but he got COVID. So I wasn't able to. So he had to cancel. But James has met Freddy, so.
Yeah.
Yep. We're still waiting to try to meet Robert. We just met Heather Langley in camp this year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, and we met Derek Mears, who played Jason and the 09.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. And I'm gonna meet I always forget the actor's name too. Art the Clown.
David Howard Thornton.
Yeah.
There you go. He's gonna be in He's gonna be in costume. So I'm excited. Nice. I'm excited to take that photo up with him next month. So you'll see a picture of me with him. So that should be a lot of fun there.
Yeah, he's very kind.
Yeah.
And let's see. And then how about you, James?
I have to agree. Like, The Exorcist was a good movie. The original, I mean, it was pretty scary. I mean, I grew up in the 80s, so not just the Freddy movies I enjoyed, but Poltergeist. I don't know if you guys seen the Poltergeist movies. Those are pretty kind of scary too. And The Fly with Jeff Goldblum. That one was pretty scary for me as a little kid. I hated watching that movie growing, when I was young, but getting older, it's actually a pretty good movie. So,
okay.
I don't know if you guys have seen those.
Yeah, The Fly is fantastic. The effects are great. Jeff Goldblum plays
great job.
Yeah, Gina Davis is also fantastic in it. I'm a huge Cronenberg fan as well because he's Canadian, so it kind of falls in the same shoe. You gotta be. I was surprised you weren't going to say A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4.
Right.
How old were you when you were in that?
I was like 6,
Okay.
7. Yeah, I was pretty young. But I, like Giovanni said, I got to meet the whole cast and got to see how the movies were made. And
that's so cool.
It was a pretty cool. It was a really cool experience. I was been infatuated how movies were made and just the effects and the transition. I'm using like actual costumes to now like CGI. So it's cool. I mean, it was a really cool experience. So yeah.
What do you do? What do you do now, James? If you don't mind me asking.
I work for the state, I'm a state worker, stuff like that. So I never got really into the industry. So, I mean, I wish I did, but, getting more involved with it. But who knows? I have a lot of, hopefully, people that I know and that are just doing the business, it's connections, right? So,
yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I met James. I work for the state too. So we used to work together.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
But
so what does it mean you work for the state? Are you guys like government officials or some shit?
Yes, state of California.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how we met. And then he said like, "Oh, I was in the Nightmare on Elm Street, chapter 4 or part 4, where I was a child." And I was like, "Oh, really?" He was like, "So that was interesting."
That was yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I was like, "Yeah, I have to have him on my horror talk show." And he's been every time since I've been doing a horror talk since he's been on. I've just been inviting him over because he's he's. I think he fits here, so. But again, thank you so much, guys, for being on here. I think I added everyone who entered in the live chat, like Ryan, JR, Octavio, Joshua. So you guys are in there. April loves cats. I added you from before because you were in the post. So I believe that is it. All the other ones, like I said, if you guys put your comments in the Instagram or the YouTube posts, you're already in there. So you don't have to worry about like telling me now, but you're already in there. So again, you have to have an address within the United States. Again, must be a subscriber or follower of the Movie Canon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a little it's like a little race. I don't know if you guys have seen this before. It's just like a generator that randomly selects a winner. And it selects it I think it selects it like immediately, but it does like a little race. So it's kind of like a little show, a little race to make it a little entertaining, So that's what we're going to do here. So I'm going to set it for a minute. Now, if you are the winner, again, you have to be in the live chat. You have to be present. So if you are the winner, tell me as soon as you see your name on there and say, I am here or whatever. Say that you're here. I'll give you maybe like, 15 seconds or so to claim the prize. If you don't, or you're not here, then I'll do the race again, and then that person wins, and so forth. Okay. So let's go ahead and start that. Give me just a moment here, guys. So while I get that going, and I'll check in the live chat, make sure we're not missing anyone there. Says, don't add me, I'm Canadian, says Critic After Dark. So.
Yeah, he's our neighbor.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Down the street a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm trying to, like, North America, it shouldn't be too difficult to ship something out. I just don't know.
Yeah.
How much it will cost. Like, I know I had some people that were like from Croatia at one point in Europe. And I was like, I'm not gonna be able to send a giveaway over there. Sorry, but so then I did the whole thing like, it has to be within the U.S. Good luck, everyone. Says Harvey, a starter there. Manny's Manic Media just got here. Okay, so again, if you're a subscriber, follower, you have an address within the United States, and you're trying to win this, I'll give you guys 30 seconds to enter your name, and then we'll do it right away. Okay, so 30 seconds to add your name if you're a subscriber or follower to the Movie Canon YouTube channel or the Instagram page. Again, this is the Regal popcorn bucket xenomorph xenomorph head from the Alien Romulus film. So this is the giveaway, and now whoever wins, I'll send that out to you as soon as possible. As soon as I'm able to get to the post office and send that out. And then I'll check if you're a follower and stuff like that. But all right, so we're gonna go and get started here, guys. So it's now closed. So let me just get in there right now. Let's see, where is it? Oh, here we go. Okay, so let me know if you guys can see it.
Yep.
Okay, so there you go. So it's a bunch of like monsters. They're gonna race, right? So it's gonna be a minute long. So good luck, everyone. So let's go ahead and get started here. Let's see.
Put Marshmallow Man in there. King Kong.
This is hilarious.
Godzilla, yeah.
All right, so whoever wins this race is the winner. Hopefully you're in the live chat. So you see all the names in there. Everyone who posted, commented in the Instagram post or on YouTube. Most of you guys did it on Instagram. It's easier for me if you do it on Instagram, but you can do it on YouTube in the future. So I put all the names in there, and let's see who wins. And again, this is the Regal Popcorn Bucket Alien Head. We're a lucky winner here, so we'll see right now who wins it. So let's see. Is there's no xenomorph, is there? I don't think I see a xenomorph in there.
I don't see one.
I see like a werewolf.
See, yeah.
There's a couple dinosaurs.
I thought I saw a xenomorph once because I've done this before. Because that would be cool if that actually wins. Oh wait, there's a T-Rex. Oh, there you go. Badass Mills. Badass Mills.
Ooh.
So if you're in the live chat, because I know I just saw you on there, I think. Yeah. So there you go. I see my name, says GR. Yep. So you guys did. I won, says Badass Mills. Okay, Badass Mills. So you are the winner. So congratulations.
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats.
Congratulations.
So I'll send you that alien popcorn buckets that says, oh my god, I'm here. So there you go. And then congratulations, says Mr. Kuso. And Mr. Kuso wins like 90% of the time. He's just lucky like that. He just keeps winning, but unfortunately it wasn't his day today. But Michael Rivera saying awesome. Thank you so very much. So I have some other future giveaways. Congrats, says Mr. Adam there. Because I do giveaways pretty often, actually, pretty regularly on my channel. I've been doing it from the beginning. I find it to be kind of fun to do this. And it kind of makes a little bit more engagement with the chat and viewers and stuff like that. But congratulations again! I am a winner, says Badass Mills. So Badass Mills, I believe you commented on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken. So just go ahead and message me as soon as you can, so I can get your address and your name. Also, give me your name, because sometimes I only have your username, and I don't want to put Badass Mills as the address. So you just give me your name. I don't think you need your full name. Maybe your first name. If you don't want to give me your last name, that's fine. I've done a lot of these, so this is legit. You can ask Mr. Kuso. I don't know him personally, but he wins all the time. So go ahead and do that. So congratulations again there, Badass Mills. Thank you for everyone who entered, who followed the instructions, who watched. Like I said, future giveaways are coming, especially like during Halloween. I do a lot of those too. Human Help says, what is Prometheus? Just give us Aliens. It's just the first two Alien films. You want Alien Covenant? No, we hate that shit. Okay, all right. I'm not sure what that is, but all right. So I think we're done here. Let me just make sure that there's anything else here. Let me remove this. Okay, so before we do that, guys, just so you know, tomorrow. So I do my Figures Talk live streams on Sunday nights, and I'll be doing episode 21 tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So if you're interested in 6-scale figures, hot toys, NR figures, and so forth, that's when I do that show. Next Saturday, the Met Reports, which is my regular movie show. Next Saturday, I'm not doing a show because I'm going to a Beetlejuice event. in LA. So I'll take some video and I'll post some stuff there. And if I see something cool that I can buy as a giveaway, I'll do it. My goal is to maybe get that popcorn bucket from Beetlejuice, and to see if I give that one away. But sometimes it's hard to get these popcorn buckets because they sell out so quickly. Yeah. But yeah, so that's Figure Stock tomorrow, and then of course Figure Stock Sunday nights. I'll give you guys more details of any the Met Report when it comes back, and then of course Horror Talk. But that is it, guys. Let me go and change this back to the regular one here. Okay, so let's start with Mr. James. Mr. James, thank you so much for being here. I know that you don't have like a YouTube channel or anything like that, but I've been having you on here, and I do appreciate you being on here. And then spooky season is coming, October is coming, so of course I would love to have you on again for a lot of those. I'll definitely reach out to you and stuff like that. But
absolutely, thanks for having me.
But thank you so much, there, James. And then Sam and Brendan. So I do have your link, your YouTube channel on here. Let me just go in there real quick. So the description of this video, there's the link of Our Life in Horror. So that's their channel of this video, so you can get the link. And this is their channel, the page right here. So what do you guys have going on, or something that you want to talk about regarding your channel? I know you did a little bit earlier, but anything else you want to add there?
We're doing a watch along tomorrow.
Yeah, my first time watching Aliens.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I really hope I like it better than the first.
I think you will. I think you will. Because I know that the first one is a bit of a slow burn. I do get that.
Mm-hmm.
I think the second one is a little bit more. It is more action driven, so maybe you won't like that because it's not that horror-esque. At least not like the first one, but I think you might like it more.
Yeah, as long as it's not slow, I might be okay.
Yeah, no, it's not.
But yeah, we've got some top 10 lists coming up. We do lots of lives, like we said before. We've got part 2 of top 10 early 2000s horror coming up, and we've got top 10 80s horror coming up too in the next couple weeks here. And
we're gonna try to pump out some more reviews.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
Lots of lives.
Do you guys have anything planned for like Halloween, like in the month of October?
Oh, we actually have a collab video that we should mention. So our email is ourlifeinhorror@hotmail.com. We're basically asking anyone, you don't have to be a content creator, just to send us a clip to our email of you, like you can do it on your phone, just a clip of you telling us what your favorite movie to watch during Halloween season is and why. It can be 1 to 3 minutes, doesn't have to be long, but we're going to throw them all together and edit it and release it like probably beginning of October. And I don't know, just fun way to get the community together and sharing spooky season movies.
Yeah. My favorite season of the year.
Yes.
Yeah.
October. So it's got my birthday going on in October, then we have Halloween, and then it's fall, although California doesn't really get the whole autumn experience.
Yeah.
But
True.
I still like it that it's a little cooler. But
yeah.
But guys, thank you so much for joining me here today. This is your first time on here, and it was very nice having you on. Same thing. I'm planning on doing a lot of horror stuff in October, so if you guys are free, I'll reach out to you guys if you want.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of
hop
course.
on. But everyone, thank you so much for everyone who was watching in the live chat or even in the replay. Thank you so much for watching, and I believe that is it, everyone. So thank you so very much, and I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
All right,
guys. Nice to meet you guys. Take care.
You too.